So I thought it would be helpful if I gave y'all a little breeding season rundown before our next breeding update tomorrow. The vet is coming out tomorrow to do a few things, so I thought I would just give you an update on who's pregnant, who's still waiting to see if they're pregnant, who's still waiting to be bred, that kind of thing. So Miss Ginger here is pregnant. She is the first one that we confirmed to be pregnant this year. So if everything goes as planned, she will be our first one to have her baby next year, either late February or early March. Her due date is March 5th, but maiden mares often come a little bit early, and her birthday is February 28th. So how stinking funny and cute would that be if her and her baby shared a birthday? She seems to be ignoring me, but pregnant mama number 2 is Cool. So Cool's due date is March 12th next year. Now, I remember last year when she had Waylon, I think she had him at around 335 days. So that would put her early March as well. Why are you ignoring me? Are you real? You didn't want to look at me, woman? Now, mama number 3, we're not sure she's pregnant yet. We have one more week to wait to see if she's pregnant. We'll probably check her at the end of next week. So Trudy was bred a week ago. If she took on this, her due date will be March 26th, but both of her babies she's had at like day 330 and 332. So if she has it a week to 10 days early, then we're looking at like a mid-March baby, like March 16th, March 18th, somewhere around there. But they always do what they want, so who knows? We would love it if you were pregnant this time though, since it is like the 3rd try. So now we're getting to the mamas who are not pregnant, but hopefully will be very soon. So Gracie here is a recip mare. So we don't breed her for her own babies because we have a specific kind of like standard for our brood mares and the babies that we want produced. So she doesn't meet those, but she's so sweet and she's so good and healthy. So she's a wonderful mama, and we allow her to carry for our mares who are a little bit better quality. So Gracie and Beyonce are currently being timed up, and there is a small chance, if we cannot get them timed up, that Gracie will have a rest year, and we will use one of the mares from our vet clinic to carry Beyonce's baby, which that'd be fine. That's whatever. So then she would be used next year really, really early to carry a baby for Beyonce. So whatever happens, happens. But as of right now, we are really trying hard to make it so that Gracie carries a baby for Beyonce next year. And if all works and we breed Beyonce next week, that means her baby would be an early April baby next year. Our next mama who's not pregnant yet, but hopefully soon will be, is Miss Earlene. Earlene has been bred one time this year, but she didn't ovulate when we bred her, and the semen just kind of sat inside of her, which caused an infection in her uterus. Even though we did do a cleansing lavage after we found out she didn't ovulate, she still got a little bit of an infection. So we have cleared that up. We've done a series of antibiotic lavages in her uterus, and now she's all good. So we are giving her a shot on Friday of Lutalize to hopefully bring her back into heat and breed her at the end of next week, which would give her like an early April baby, somewhere around there. And we're hoping to time her up with Indy so that we're doing everything on the same day. Indy will be having her own baby next year, which is super exciting. So hopefully a little twin to Wheezy, because it'll be the same sire, Full Metal Jacket. And so we're giving her a shot on Friday as well. If we can give her a shot on Friday and have them both bred the next week, then she and Earlene both will have like April 10th-ish babies next year. And then lastly, we do have 2 mares that we're leaving open this year. So Ethel is one of our mamas who we are leaving open this year. You got hay on you, girly. So she will not be having a baby next year, but we will be using her as a recip. Not sure who it will be for if we have Gracie to use. Again, we don't know what's going to happen with that. So she will either carry for Beyonce or I don't even know. Probably Beyonce. So that will be really, really early next year that we try that. So she would have like a February baby, maybe even a January baby the next year. And then the last mare we are leaving open this year is Miss Land Hippo herself, Beyonce. There's 0 chance of me interesting her enough for her to leave her food, but Beyonce has an injury, and I've mentioned this so many times, and so she had a beautiful baby, Mr. Finn, this year, but she re-injured herself, or like kind of re-aggravated her injury during her pregnancy with Finn. So we're gonna let her have at least 1 year off to just kind of heal and not have to be super active. So we're gonna be pulling an embryo from her, hopefully, to put into Gracie. and then let her have this whole year off, maybe even consider just doing embryo transfer with her from now on. We're not quite sure. Again, I told you she was not going to even lift her head up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I woke you up. Did you look like the equivalent of when like a little kid has a bunch of drool on his face?
So that should have you pretty much up to speed on what's going on with my mares this breeding season. Nothing has gone correctly so far. Everyone is way later in the year than I thought we would be. So hopefully everything goes really well with these last 3 mares and we will have 6 babies next spring, which is just crazy. Let me know if you have any questions.